Suzuka? Suzuka. Suzuka? All right. Suzuka Grand Prix layout. I was able to get a 215 956. It took me, I was on the track for about an hour and a half or so, so the temps dropped down. Track temp went from about 119 to a 105, so that probably accounts for some of the speed I got there. Other folks are faster. I looked at the some of the other times, and 214s are probably going to be the fast times. And yeah, excuses, right? We just did the 24 hours of Nürburgring, so I'm kind of I didn't have the time to prep for this one like I normally do. So this is the best I was able to get. And you know, maybe next time touring cars come here, we'll try and do another one of these and do better at it. My previous best was a 219, so I'm pretty happy with the improvement that we got in this car. But yeah, 215 956. I am PC this week. If you're watching this at the time of the recording and not later down the road when the cars come here again, it's at Long Beach, and I do have a touring car one here for the fixed setup. Again, it should work-ish for when with the IMPC stuff. It's going to be a bit slower with the full tank of fuel. You have to brake a little earlier, that kind of stuff, just because the car's heavier. But yeah, that one is out there. So if you need some help with that one, check it out. I think that one I did pretty well on. But yeah, 215 956, and we'll show you the lap, and then we'll talk about how we got there.
Sector 1 time is good. Sector 2 is 0.32 off your best. That was a 216.00. Sector 3 time is fast.
All right, Suzuka Grand Prix. We got a 215 956. It is on a little bit colder track than what we're going to be seeing on race day. It cooled down as I was doing the practice, and yeah, it's just that's what I was able to do. We're in a 58% brake bias, and let's go. Just on this first section here, we are just flat footing it through this whole first section. My braking point is kind of a little bit before this 100 marker here, and we're gonna kind of, it's not real heavy braking, but we're having to set this up through this whole section here, and we're just kind of modulating our braking as we go through, because we're gonna have to brake again for this corner here as we kind of set that up. And yep, we just brake a little bit more and then gas on out. And then we're just going to accelerate up for this corner here, just as much as we can. And then we're going to kind of lift. This whole S's section I struggle with pretty hard. And I don't have real good braking markers. We're braking a little bit here, just get more turn in. And yeah. There's probably, there has to be a faster way to do it, but I'm just kind of going off guts, trying to keep as much traction as I can going, lifting, putting a little bit of brake in here and there, and then accelerating out of the apex as much as I can. Just kind of feeling where there's traction and trying to keep my understeer to a minimum. I'm not doing a great job at it, but yeah, we'll hit the accelerator a little bit out of this one here. We want to get on and start accelerating for this corner as early and continuously as possible. We're lifting a little bit here, and then as we get to it, we're gonna start accelerating out, and we're just gonna hold. Do I lift again? Hold our acceleration as we go through this whole section here. And here, we're gonna brake a little bit before the 50. It's not a big brake, it's just maybe 50%. Get onto this corner here. We're gonna kind of come out. And this has a lot of compression, and I think on this lap, I slowed a little bit. I think I came out of the last corner a little hot, and I think I slowed a little bit more than I need to, because you can use a lot of this banking to kind of keep your speed up a little bit more than I did here, but it worked out for me anyway. You can come up a little bit more onto this stuff than I did. But yeah, here we've made it through, and we're just gonna accelerate on out. Full throttle through here. Kind of use the end of this curb here is kind of where I want to get the car straightened out and brake hard. We're going to, like I said, yeah, we're braking pretty hard here. We're going to get down into second as we come through this corner here, this hairpin, and yeah, just bring it down, kind of just trail brake as much as we can so we can get a good exit. The second gear is pretty low. We don't really want to use it a ton, but there's a couple spots on this track where it makes sense, I think. And we're just starting to accelerate out, and we're just gonna, as we get lined up, unwind the wheel, pop it back up into third, and away we go. I just kind of hold it on the right hand side of the thing here, the course, that's a word. And then we're just accelerating. Next braking zone here, we're gonna get onto the right hand side. This little access road is where we're gonna start braking. And this corner is a bit it's tricky to get right. Just, you know, trail brake through on the first half, and then we're going to accelerate out. I'm going to start braking again kind of as we get to the outside, and we're just going to treat it kind of as two separate corners here.
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 98
Thanks,
Fahrenheit.
Jim. Good to know. It's really cooled down since I finished this last lap. But yeah, let's accelerate out as we just kind of dipped on the brakes a little bit to make sure we made that corner. And then we're just gonna pretty much full throttle through this whole section here. And yeah, just full throttle for that whole thing. And here, okay, there's like I've gone a couple of different ways on this corner. You can I don't know how fast you can take it. You can take it faster than I have, and it really sets up this next section here. So you do want to carry quite a bit of speed through here. I think I just the best way I think to do it is to lift a little bit here, and maybe like a little bit, 10% or so on the brakes, just to kind of get the car turned in. Didn't quite get that done on this lap, but it went okay. So just maybe step on the brakes just to kind of get the car turned in, so we don't come up here. There's a lot of compression here, so you can really jam on. You can really like use the gas coming out of here, and you kind of need to keep the speeds up. I think probably one of the areas where I can still get quite a bit of speed on this this lap. Braking zone. But before the 100, maybe, let's say like 150 or so. I probably could have hit it a little earlier here than I did. But yeah, we're gonna slow way down because we want to get set up for this whole little complex here, which is pretty tricky. I drop it down to second just for this first little point, just to kind of get the turn-in going, and then we're gonna pop out of it pretty much immediately as we come over this next one. Brake a little bit to kind of get the car turned again. We're in third, and then we're just basically going to accelerate full throttle through the rest of this as we go. And yeah, pretty much that's full throttle the rest of the way through. For me, yeah, that was a pretty good lap. 2:15, 9:56. All right, so there you have it. A okay lap at Suzuka. Like I said before, this is not going to be the fastest way around. Hopefully, it'll help somebody out, and it'll get you. It'll help somebody get some speed around. Maybe next time the cars come here, we'll try and do a little bit better. But yeah. If you're interested in more of this kind of stuff, hit the subscribe button, and then the bell and all the normal YouTube things. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Head on over to twitch.tv/thepiltdownman if you want to watch with us live. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye now.